Hello fellow Daydreamers, I'm coming to you with quite a special video today. I'm doing my half-year reflection / update of my level 10 life. The level 10 life is a structure that I picked up from the bullet journaling community and that I use for judging specific areas in my life and taking action steps from that knowledge. You can do this in various ways. You can build larger or more detailed categories and you can revise them as often as you find helpful. The main goal is to locate yourself in a certain area from a level 1 up to level 10, judging how far along you are in your development. At the end, you get the level of a specific area as well as the relations in between areas if you compare them. So areas that are on the lower end might require more focus from you perhaps. Others you can be content with seeing how high your level is in them already. If you're curious to get into the system as well and want to see how I adjusted it to my own journey, keep on watching. My current level 10 life spread is located in the very front of my bullet journal. It's an integral part of my yearly reflection and goal planning. After I decided upon my word of the year, which is become, I mustered out my different life areas. Since my 2023 bullet journal is astrology themed, I found it fitting to divide my life into 12 areas, each corresponding with one zodiac sign. This gave me the 12 areas of social engagement, creativity, physical and mental health, fun and leisure, career, personal development, self-learning, environment, close relationships, spirituality, and finance. I also put little keywords beside each section to further clarify what they entail. After I got all my levels, I based my quarterly goals on the areas I wanted to improve in. Those quarters are heavily influenced by the 4 seasons and my way of living in these seasons. I made some videos on that as well if you want to go deeper on that idea. And based on the quarterly goals, I formed a roadmap with action steps all throughout the year. I will go further into detail about those last 2 spreads in a separate video though. So I judged myself on my levels at the very beginning of January. Now we're halfway into the year, so I think an update is needed. I go through all the sections separately, consider my other spreads in my bullet journal to see how I worked on those areas and rejudge myself at the end. I also laid out one tarot card for each section to feel for the energy and direction that area gives off. So let's get into the detailed reflection. Feel free to judge yourself in those sections alongside me. Let's start with social engagement. This category falls into the sign of Aquarius since they are said to be really involved with different social groups. For me specifically, that is my carnival group and the firefighters I'm part of, so all the clubs you can be in. At the beginning of 2023, I leveled myself at level 6, so above the middle point. I drew the King of Cups to help me with my insight. That one combines the 2 contrary elements of fire for the king and water for the cups. Therefore, it calls for balance. I need to control my emotions, channel them the right way. It is true, especially for the social realm, that I get involved very deeply, fairly quickly, so I need to keep a more rational standpoint. I grew a lot closer to my carnival group earlier this year as well as to the firefighters through a course that got me started there properly. In the end, my engagement is higher than before, even though I will strive for a healthy distance going forward. My current level here is now level 8. Creativity stands in the sign of Pisces, since they are said to be really creative and artistic signs. I specified that to my journaling, embroidery, painting and gaming, as in inventing stories for my characters and building houses or environments. I rated myself as a level 7 before. It has been a really creative autumn and winter, being at home inside all the time. My tarot card here is the King of Swords, so fire paired with air. There is determination and will, as well as flexibility and mindfulness. In a way, I'm told to own my abilities and think more logically about how I use them. This makes a lot of sense in the context of my YouTube channel that needs to be planned out to a certain degree, but still I need to stay fluent and branch out here and there. Going forward, I'd say my creativity is equally as high as before, but it shifted quite a bit from inward ideas to presenting them outward here on YouTube, so I'm still at level 7. Physical health is governed by the sign of Aries, the strong, powerful fire zodiac. Specific to that area are my workouts, group fitness, eating good food and sleeping well. Before I leveled in at level 5, so not very advanced, but not bad at all. Judging that was back in winter when I'm my most stagnant, it's not even that bad. My tarot card is the Ace of Pentacles, so a earth card standing for practicality and materiality. The Ace marks a beginning, a clear base and open energy. I've gathered my material material resources for a good health base, and now I can safely build from there. Since I picked up nicely on my regular home workouts again and dabbled a bit into teaching group fitness once more, still cooking nice meals and sleeping okay, I think I've leveled up a bit to level 7. Mental health is represented by Taurus, the cozy and level-headed sign with a strong mind. That includes my reflection and self-care rituals. I've been doing great in winter, being up on level 7 then. Winter is a time where I come close to myself a lot anyway, being less distracted by events and outside adventures. I drew the 3 of Wands. This is fire, so about power, will and intuition, and the 3 stands for the synthesis of counterparts. This could be understood as different smaller self-care parts coming together to form a larger base. That's what I would need to do to better up my mental health journey. At the same time, I'm kind of struggling with it because I've been quite distracted lately, wanting to go out, experience different events, focusing more on other people, my friends and family, rather than on myself. So I actually, for now, leveled down in this department to level 5. My reflection game is on, the rituals, not so much. Fun and leisure is owned by the sign of Gemini, the bubbly, social and adventurous creature. For me, that is events, joking around, engaging there with other people. I put myself at a level 8 back in January, since we were in the midst of preparation for Carnival and there were a few family events for Christmas before. I drew the Queen of Cups here, so double water, feelings and instinct. She gives me the picture of being cool, calm and collected, but at the same time overwhelmed by her emotions sometimes. I do feel like loving social events, but at the same time can't take them in my stride as easily as I would want to. I guess I need more practice and should put myself out there again more. That's why I leveled down here to level 5. Career represented by Cancer as a determined and planned water sign. That means my university degrees, possible internships and networking. In January I was at level 5, going on in my bachelor's but not quite having a perspective for my master's. My tarot card here is the Page of Pentacles, so double earth, which seems to fit perfectly for this section. It paints the picture of a very eager young person who's on the right path but not there yet, still kind of exploring their options. That's how I feel about my career path as well. I now have leveled up to level 7, having completed my bachelor's and knowing which master to take now. I have perspective. Personal development owned by Leo, the self-loving, confident fire sign. That includes areas such as travel, goal planning and achieving, advice and personal projects. I gave myself a 6 then and drew the big arcana card of Judgment. That's in the area of search for one's spiritual purpose. It asked me to take a step back and evaluate, which I'm doing right now. It's a key moment that I need to take before carrying on. As I'm reflecting really well now, my goal planning and projects are coming along nicely and I'm about to travel many places. I leveled up to level 8. Self-learning is represented by Virgo, the diligent sign that is eager to learn. For me this year that spans over languages, cooking and adulting and video editing. Those are the skills I want to learn on my own. Before I put myself at level 5, that's because I had big plans on what to learn next but didn't learn it yet. Here I drew the Queen of Pentacles, so water combined with earth. That gives me a rational and smart collected energy, so I think I need to proceed here with practicality and a calm plan. Currently I give myself the level 7 here because I'm quite actively learning by myself these days since I'm on my semester holiday. The environment is owned by Libra, a sign that loves nice surroundings. That means chores and organization of the household. I gave myself a 6 before having lots of time to tidy up inside in winter. My tarot cards for this area is the 7 of Swords. Air energy combined with the number standing for crisis, unsureness and instability. Looks like I'm being sabotaged, potentially by myself. That rings true since I'm wanting to do pretty much anything else instead of cleaning the house. Since I'm struggling quite a bit and former attempts to organize my home better didn't quite work out the way I wished they had, I will level down here to a level 4. I'm still doing the bare minimum, but this area could use some love. Close relationships is guarded by the sign of Scorpio, being a deeply emotional sign. This area includes my family and friends, people that I'm more closely connected to than just my club members, for example. In January, I gave myself a 7, reaching out actively to my friends on my semester holiday then and having events like Christmas. I drew the 2 of Wands, so a fire card and a number representing 2 sides, pro and contra, stands for sharing. That shows me the division I have, observing my close ones, being there for them but at the same time feeling a bit distanced from them since I'm doing so many things on my own currently. In the end, I need to be less hard on myself and just go with the flow of things. For this reason, I level down to level 5. I'm right in the middle now. Spirituality is owned by the sign of Sagittarius, a free spirit, flexible, trying out many different things. For me, this means all spiritual practices I'm trying: meditation, Tai Chi, and also tarot. I put myself on level 3 back in January, feeling that I'm just at the beginning of a bigger journey. For this area, I drew the 4 of Wands, so fire combined with the number of a small goal on a bigger path, a kind of stability. I see that as me having made progress in this department, getting more comfortable with tarot readings and reflection work. I practiced that with my travel junk journals where I memory keep. Still, there is a lot more to learn, and I'm oftentimes too distracted to get into a true meditating state. So my new level for this area will be level 5. Finances are represented by the sign of Capricorn, the hardworking and reliable earth sign. For me, that includes savings and budgeting, having an overview in general, and my uni job. Back in January, I gave myself to level 4. I did have a pretty okay overview, but no job yet. I drew the 4 of Pentacles, and that tells me a wish for security. I do have a nice base now, having a job, getting a clearer overview with taxes especially, and now I can build onto that to become more secure. Therefore, my new level is level 6. So those were all the areas I have in my journal. As you can see, the balance has shifted a little compared to the beginning of the year. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. You can't level up everywhere. It's always about balance. You level up somewhere, you level down somewhere else. Otherwise, that would be quite the overwhelming life to live, trying to stay on level 10 in all your life areas. In the end, it's a good tool to clarify where you stand and how the relations are in between sections. I hope this video gave you some ideas on how to reflect your life, and if you like content like this, journaling in general, and some lifestyle on the side, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!